Hello, it's time for another exciting video. I haven't put up a video in a while. This one is on finding mean. Specifically, we are going to be finding mean for data that is not written in a dot plot. Okay, so we all know about range and interquartile range, and they answer questions like, which one is more consistent? Which one is more variable? Which one seems to score the same all the time? Which one is all over the place and unpredictable? And those are good questions to ask about a set of data. But there are other types of questions that we can ask. We could ask things like, which group did better? Which one was generally lighter? Which one was generally heavier? Which month was colder? Which month was warmer overall? These are questions of overall value. And one of the ways to measure overall value is mean. So here's an example. We have two students and they both took 5 assessments in math class. Which one did better? Well, here's student A. Student A scored 80, 75, 80, 85, 70. Student B scored 90, 60, 50, 95, 100. So look at the grades. It seems like student A was very consistent, 70, 75, 80, 85, whereas student B seems to be all over the place, 50 up to 100. And so we know that student A was more consistent. We could measure the range and see that. But that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking which student did better. It's hard to tell just looking at the numbers. After all, student B had 3 really high scores that are higher than any of student A's scores, but student B also had 2 really low scores that were lower than anything that student A scored. So we can't just look at them and decide which one did better. One of the ways to find out which one did better was to find the mean of each student's grades. So here's the definition of mean. Mean equals the total divided by the count. Simple enough. There are only 2 steps. You add all the data to get the total, and then divide the total by how many points of data there are. So here are the student A scores and student B scores. We're going to find the mean. So step 1, let's find the total. So 80 plus 75 plus 80 plus 85 plus 70 equals, and yes, I'm going to use a calculator to find this, 80 plus 75 plus 80 plus 85 plus 70 equals 390. So that's the total. Now to find the mean, I have to do 390, the total, divided by how many there are. There are 5 scores. So 390 divided by 5 equals 78. So student A's mean is 78. And this is the type of work that I expect to see from you when you're showing me your work. I'm always going to ask you to show me how you found the mean. This is how you find it. So then we'll do student B. Step 1, add them up. 90 plus 60 plus 50 plus 95 plus 100 equals. Again, I'm using a calculator. And there are other ways to add them together. And in fact, the next class that we have, I'm going to show you another way. So this equals 395. And to get the mean, we do 395 divided by 5. And I get 79. So student B's mean is 79. So which one did better? Well, not by much, but student B did better. So you write student B. And how do you know? The mean is higher. It's just that simple. Add them up and count and divide it by how many there are. That's it. Ask any questions if you have them.